Hey everyone, welcome back with Benoit. Today I'm going to review one of the most beloved ROM hacks in the Aki community today. This hack is made by one of the biggest names in the Aki modding space, Freem. Yup, it's that time to look at Virtual Pro Wrestling 2, Freem Edition. Okay, starting off, we can see the intro has been updated. Mostly the same, but a lot of the characters and animations have now been changed. Probably the best edited intro to any of these ROM hacks I've seen. The menus have been updated with new designs too, a lot of really cool backgrounds mostly featuring blue and grayish color schemes. Freem even changed some of the match music to some WCW NWO Revenge tracks. The Starcade one sounds like a remix too. So then, let's get into the roster. Freem was kind enough to have everything unlocked from the start, including the Tokyo Dome with the ramp, all clothing options, moves, and wrestlers. This roster has been described as an all-stars of wrestling type mod. It's not far off. It seems like Freem just included everyone he'd like to play as in these games from a variety of promotions and eras. There's all Japan talent from the base VPW2, New Japan wrestlers who now have their proper names and appearances. Then we get some great light heavyweights popular in both Japan and America. A section for some of the extreme superstars in wrestling. Group 4 features the biggest legends in the WWF. Group 5 features some of the biggest names from their rivals in the Monday Night Wars. World Championship Wrestling. Group 6 has some of the greatest mainstream American wrestlers. Then, Group 7 is where things really start getting steamy. You have a bunch of wrestlers that never made it into an Aki game period. Group 8 is some more WCW talent. Then we get some more Japanese wrestling legends and some MMA fighters as well. The roster is massive, and I'd be surprised if there wasn't someone for everyone here. Even Aki Man returns along with Spider-Man of all people. Finally, I can recreate the greatest 3-minute match in the history of the sport. Not everything is perfect though. A lot of superstars, I'd argue, most actually, have at least one updated attire to make them feel like they belong here. There are a few though that just look wrong. That unfortunately can't be fixed since there's only so many clothing options in the game. So Triple H is missing unique tights, X-Pac is missing his logos along with having an awkward shade of green, and lots of wrestlers have plain shirts like Raven and Taz, just to name a few. Not a big deal though. The biggest issue I have is with a lot of the new talent in this game, like John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and AJ Styles, are all missing signature moves. Some of these guys, it isn't a big deal. The Styles Clash is technically here, it just doesn't have the pin combo. The Death Valley Driver is close enough to the Attitude Adjustment, but guys like Kurt Angle, Tajiri, and Brock Lesnar just feel incomplete without all their finishers. It's only a very small portion of the roster this affects, but it does take some of the excitement out of seeing them in the mod. They kinda feel like created characters more than anything. No moves were changed to preserve the essence of the title, I believe. At least that's what I've heard. Either way, that's all just this guy's opinion though on the matter, and none of this stuff seems to really bother most players. So let's move on. The arenas have all been modified as well. They're all much more unique and feature distinct designs. I believe the Budokan has been updated to look more like an All Japan Pro Wrestling ring. The dome has a more generic look, but still, I love the way the arena was updated. Kinda seems like an all-encompassing American style ring, but I could be wrong. I'm sure the Kawasaki and Hall are meant to be based off of something, but I'm too ignorant of a wrestling fan to know what they are. Either way, we see a lot more personality with the logos in both rings. The Tokyo Dome with the ramp now resembles a New Japan Pro Wrestling design, but with VPW logos. These arenas look so much better and have a lot of charm. It makes you wonder why Aki didn't do these designs themselves, since it seems like it would fit in with their brand of self-promotion in these games. That's all that's new in this version. I'll also mention that this version of Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 is in English, just so some knucklehead doesn't say that I failed to mention it in the comments as if it wasn't obvious this whole damn video. Since this is VPW2 with a new coat of paint, it shares all the same modes. Exhibition is the free play mode that has singles, tag team, 3-way, battle royal, and elimination mode. You edit the rule sets that have one-on-one shoot fighting matches, tornado tag team matches, and a properly labeled referee stoppage modifier. In Battle Royal, you can choose Team Battle to assign marks to each of the 4 teams, or the random version where it's every man for themselves. From 4 to 40 entrants. You can create up to 8 belts using templates that Freem updated himself. So we have some classics like the NWO and WCW Big Gold, and WWF Winged Eagle to name a few. Elimination features a red and blue team. Set 1 to 5 for each team and then have one-on-one squad strike style until one team is left standing. Challenge is just Royal Road Succession mode, a full season mode that keeps track of stats and champions. No cutscenes though. League is a round-robin style tournament with up to 12 entrants in single or team formats. Belts can be wagered, 2 points for wins, 1 point for draws, and 0 for losses. Most points at the end wins. Tournament is a single elimination rules with single and team support. Titles are also up for grabs here if you desire. Event allows you to create up to 3 pay-per-views by naming, giving them a time and date, and choosing a venue. Then choose up to 10 matches with the option of championship matches too. You can even name non-title matches. Ranking is single or team where you can enter up to 16 names. The entrants get to pick their wrestlers for each individual match. It starts off as a tournament to settle the initial rankings, but then it becomes a contest of challenging those above or below you to either protect or rise through the ranks to be number 1. The final mode is edit mode, where you can edit the wrestlers or create up to 16 of your own creations. Of course, in the options you can trade them with friends since this is a ROM hack and it can be played on legit hardware. Also, you can change the referee, music, and promo options. Finally, in the options, you can check out the records. These include the results from the most recent matches or the overall records of everyone in the game. Well, that covers all this ROM hack has to offer. Pretty simple changes really, but the roster combined with the Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 gameplay makes this one of the most, if not the most, popular ROM hack in the Aki community. What do you think of this mod? Let me know down below. If enjoyed, Please like and subscribe to Benoit Mac for more Aki content every Saturday and Sunday. Ring the bell to be notified of wrestling game playthroughs every Wednesday and Saturday too. Above all else though, please remember to have a nice day.